I discovered Bitcoin in late 2011. I only heard of it, and back then I thought it was a bit of either a kid's game or some passing fad. I didn't investigate it well enough. And later on, in early 2012, I was working as a software architect for Market, a financial service company, and a few developers started telling me I should really look into it. So I downloaded the white paper, and I started reading it. I started reading the source code, and that's when I discovered that Bitcoin is actually great. It's a truly innovative and disrupting technology. It's great, but at the same time, it has its limit. So it's not perfect. It gives you all the primitives that you need in order to build all the applications and all the features that we're used to, but on its own, it has its limitations. So in 2013, I decided to, I founded Greenaddress. I decided to solve some of these problems, and I founded Greenaddress. So what is Greenaddress? It's a Bitcoin platform offering both APIs as well as a wallet written on top of the API. And its aim is to make Bitcoin easier, safer, and faster. So what are these problems in Bitcoin? So one of them is security. It's hard to keep your private keys secure. It's hard to not get your Bitcoin stolen. It's hard to make sure you don't lose access to your Bitcoin, or that your Bitcoins are not taken from hackers. And the second biggest problem with Bitcoin is usability. It's very hard to use a currency whereby you have to wait half an hour in order for transactions to get confirmed. It has a friction that doesn't allow merchants to use it freely with the confidence that they will get the payment. Bitcoin transaction cannot be trusted until they have some confirmations, and Bitcoin confirmations take some time. This is the nature of a distributed network, and it's the nature of the Bitcoin ledger. So what does Greenaddress do? It increases the security via multi-signature technology, as well as hardware wallets. Multi-signature stands for what it seems it stands for. It's using multiple private keys to unlock your Bitcoin fund. And by storing these multiple private keys on separate device, you reduce the one point of failure. You reduce the surface attack, and you make sure that if you keep your private keys on separate device, it's very unlikely that the hacker can get access to both. The other thing we do is we support hardware wallets. So devices like the one in the picture attached to my keychain that store your private keys. They do the transactions inside the device, and once they're written, the key cannot be extracted anymore. The other thing we do is we remove transaction friction. So our platform supports instant confirmation. It allows merchants and users to accept transactions instantly without having to wait for the network to reach consensus. So this is our wallet. It looks like any bank platform in a way, in the sense that you got your send, your receive, your address book, your settings. And it's open source. It's free to use. It's written with both noobs as well as experts in mind. And it's available on almost all platforms. So Windows, Macintosh, Linux, Android, iOS, as well as a web app. So the Greenaddress platform, it's based on not only on an open source client, but also the entire design of Greenaddress is public. It's public on a white paper that we published, and these are the feedback that we got from both customers as well as people in the community. So Gavin Anderson from the Bitcoin Foundation, as well as Peter Todd from, a Bitcoin developer, and a few users from Google. We got an API. It's based on WebSocket, Web Application Messaging Protocol, WAMP. We have a testnet environment available with a sandbox. It's free to use, and we got library bindings for Python, Java, JavaScript, Ruby, C++, etc. So this is a quick example on how third parties can verify instant confirmation from our platform, and as you can see, it's only a couple of lines. There's more to it, obviously, but the core of it, it's actually quite simple. Thank you.